Virgo Venus bloodline, I'm Virgo sunshine. I'm here for a fun time. Venus is aligned and she adding to the drum line. I came through like a cannon, Vedic Leo like a wrecking ball. I can buy my own flowers to the one who owns my heart. Acts of service and inclusion makes you worth it. Ain't gotta be perfect, but confusion makes me lose circuit. I live in passion, romantic gestures and creative action. I pay attention to detail and reciprocate my attraction. I got goals and I hope that yours are adjacent. I love to take you places, shaking hands in same places. Be my partner for the ages, I hope you stay a while. I'm known for overthinking, but assurance calms me down. I like affection, you and I moving in one direction. Love and correction, cause you care about how I'm stepping. You pay attention and you adding into my ambiance. Assisting with my confidence, my other half, my confidant. Someone I be learning from, exercise a discipline. Hey universe, bring me a God who can go within, secure with me showing skin. I prefer chiffon and satin. Help me run the jewels, wrapping copper on El Dragons. What he says, he makes it happen. Manifesting with his chakras. I serve and support together. Who gon' stop us? We magic. I know I get wrapped up in intellect. It's a habit. Materialize and move to the next. I need balance. Bring me a God that's intimate. Emotion set on sentiment. With patience, I know he's heaven sent. I like communication, boundaries and expectations. Check-ins on occasion. Growing on the same pages. Controlling our simulation with infinite vibrations. Be my friend, be my friend. Bust down jokes with my folks. If you blend, then we win. We safe spaces, gate makers, celestial note takers. Be on my level, knowledge of the flyers, the naysayers. Virgo thoughts on my heart make me analyze. Leo experiences take them thoughts and then they amplify. The wands and pentacles bring big energy. He gotta have a big throne if he gonna sit with me. Gift exchanges, holding hands, and we create an art. A universe, align me a God that's gonna mirror my heart. Be my friend, be my friend. I'm loyal, Virgo, soil like a lamp to a gem. Be my shim. Be my friend, be my friend. I'm loyal, Leo, spoiled, but I give it back times 10, and that's my hymn. Be my friend, be my friend. If you want me, then say it, so I apprehend and expend. Be my friend, be my friend. The universe brought you here, let that rom-com begin. Hey, be my friend.
Bounce on shoulder, feel the vibe.
I ain't stressing today.
Yo,
I ain't stressing today.
bounce. You negative, well I ain't got time.
I ain't stressing today.
Yo,
I ain't stressing today.
bounce. Peace and love is on my mind.
I ain't stressing today.
Hold up.
I ain't stressing today.
Bounce. I'ma tell you one more time.
I ain't stressing today.
Yeah.
I ain't stressing today.
Bounce. Watch my whip today, I buffed it up good with the shannon. Feeling good, think I might just pull up on my granny. We watch that Wheel of Fortune while we eat that church chicken. She tell me that she been thinking one day I'm gonna win a Grammy. I say now shout out to my barber, that boy on a mission. Got my line so crispy when I talk they pay attention. And my lady is so bad, swear she was born in her bag. Had to give her extra cash to go tip her beautician. Like how you look that good, I'm about to show you off, let's cruise up through my neighborhood. You said my partner tried to holler, boy I wish he would. You know what, I ain't even much tripping. I'm confident in me, so can't nobody catch me slipping. And don't call me on.
Hey, peace, y'all. Peace to the tribe, and welcome to the Hump Day reading. If you guys would like a reading, you already know what to do. Go ahead and put your name in the chat. Say, hey, I want a reading. But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna talk about Mercury a little bit. You know, we got a Mercury retrograde coming up. You know, shout out to my Mercurians in the back. I personally am a Virgo stellar, so you know, for those of you guys, Mercury will be pulling on your Leo Virgo placements, as Mercury will be starting its retrograde in the Virgo zodiac. So tropical chart will be in Virgo. Peace. How you doing, Rick? Hey, goddess. So in the tropical chart, which is our thought process, Mercury will be in Virgo. And as far as our body goes, Mercury will be in Leo. And then as far as our soul goes on a Draconic chart, Mercury will be in Leo. Now, mid-retrograde, Mercury is going to make its way back to Leo Cancer energy. And I will get into the numbers of it because you know all the numbers. Hey, Adonis. Happy August. Oh, yeah, today's August 1st. Make sure y'all blow that cinnamon out y'all front window. You already know what to do. So, I'm gonna talk about it with y'all. And you already know we're gonna pull the cards for all my elements. Because I love my elements so much. We're gonna get into some asteroids. I wrote some notes for today. I'm ready. You know? So yeah. I got a few different dates. You know, when I used the ephemeris, they were like, oh yeah, the retrograde starts on the 6th. I used the almanac, they're like the 5th. I used a couple websites, they said the 5th, and then I got the 4th on a couple websites too. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just start from the top. I'm gonna put us down for the 4th. All right. I like 4s. 4 is my favorite number. We already in the shadow of it, so fuck it. Hey Ronnie, how you doing, beloved? If y'all would like a reading, go ahead and put your name in the chat. But yeah, so we're gonna start with the 4th, right? So Mercury retrograde on August 4th at 6:36 a.m. I like those numbers. You know, you got 848 in the date. You know, all month of August we're gonna be in the double eights, building and destroying on 1,000. Check on the water babies; they might not do well. But heavy empowerment for my Scorpius loves, and we love it here. So just remember, high highs make low lows, and the goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle, definitely, right? Especially, 848. So 848 is finding stability between the 4 8s. What are we manifesting? What are we materializing? What are we cultivating between the 2 8s of building and destruction, which associates with our solar plexus chakra? This is the Enforcer. I didn't get to the card yet. Right now, we talking stars. But if you would like a reading, you can put your name in the chat. And as I'm going through the modality part of it, I will pull a card for you, love. So yeah, it's like, what are we manifesting in between the 8s? What is the culture? What are we building on? Right? 848. 848. That's 12. That's 3. Brings us to a space of understanding. We in our Bina, and then that's the day of 11. Oh shit. So the Mercury retrograde starts on a day of mastery, which is fun. We love it here. So on a day of mastery, 11 also goes into 2. 2 is that balance. That's Taurus second house. 2 can also be associated with the Libra skill to find balance. 2 is also the number of wisdom. So having a retrograde start at 848, that's a good date. We like that. We like those numbers. So 6:36 a.m. So now we have the 3 between the 2 6s. This is definitely an energy of creation. So for all my spellcasters out there, I go for it. Now, the degree that Mercury is going to be in at the time of the retrograde is going to be at 4 degrees. So now we're at that on 848. Mercury is going to be at a 4 degree. So it's going to be at that degree of stability. Manifestation and materializing. You know, what are we catapulting off of? And then it's going to be 2 latitudes. So again, bringing that balance, which, hey Rick, how you doing, beloved? And it'll be in Virgo. So our thought process will be on that Virgo energy. It's going to be on organization, our habits, our daily routine, the moral and integral code, all that fun stuff. Now, when Mercury first enters retrograde in Virgo, it's going to be associated with a lot of beloved asteroids. So the different asteroids Mercury is going to be in alignment with, well, in Virgo, zodiac with is Juno, which we know is like Hera energy. What do you need in a relationship to want to stay in a relationship? Eros, which is your passion and your physical desires. Alcesti, which is loyalty, like the levels of loyalty for you and the different triggers for loyalty or lack thereof. And to Eros, which is how you receive love. Eros, giving it. Cleopatra is also another asteroid, the Cleopatra with the C and the Cleopatra with the K. Both of them Jones is going to be in Virgo. So Cleopatra with the C is kind of like, it's like a poly type energy, but it's like how you captivate others, and then Cleopatra with a K is your charisma, your charm, and your seductive self. Union will also be there. Union is pretty self-explanatory. Lust, which is your turn on and turn off. Hecate, cult-oriented magic and what your magic power is. Orcus, which is the realization of your purpose. And Nemesis, which is some enemies that you might find. Y'all might have, one of y'all. It's a thin line between love and hate type interactions going on or something like that. But that's where Mercury is going to be in alignment with while it's in Virgo on the tropical. Remember, so we're still talking about the zodiac. So we're talking about tropical. We're talking about the thought process, the mindset, how we think things to be, right? So being in alignment with those asteroids, pretty interesting. You know, our mindset is going to be on love and loyalty and relationships. Don't be surprised if you see certain people that tested these parts of yourself in the asteroid realm, you know, pull up on you, pull back up into your space and things like that. You know, just don't be surprised. And don't be surprised if you feel captivated, or you know, you want to, you know, reach back out to somebody in that realm of things. Now, while Mercury is in Virgo in the thought process, as far as our body goes, Mercury will be in Leo. So, you know, physically happenings or whatever is going to be your confidence and your courageousness, your creative energy, your romantic energy, because that's all Leo vibes, you know, the king of the jungle, you know, I don't want to use the word ego, but yeah, confidence. We'll use confidence. Where your Tippereth is at, which is the heart that be on fire. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be in the 5th house. Now that's in Leo. It'll be at a 9 degree at that period of time. 9 is that number of completion. There's no number higher than 9. It deals with humanitarianism and a utopia type of energy. It deals with the space of completion and going into the womb. So we have Mercury representing our throat chakra, which is how we listen, how we speak, how we teach, how we learn, our moral and integral code. And then our thought process is in that space of management and servitude, but in our body is in that space of confidence and courageousness, right? So now we kind of like go into a space where you're like enforcing, but also attracting, you know, where your Mercury is at. So Mercury will be in alignment with Venus, still putting us in alignment with, you know, with love space. Venus more so deals with your space of beauty and different levels of love. So we get a little bit out of the romantic one-on-one relationship type of love, and we get into like, you know, universal love, familial love, priority, self-love, self-worth, you know, self-value, things of that nature, which can also be in alignment or triggered by, you know, where that Mercury and Virgo alignment placements are with, you know, placements like a Kelsey with the loyalty levels and triggers. That doesn't always, you know, equate to romantic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Raquel. Oh, I sound like a con artist. Well, you sat around long enough to be conned, love. Anyway, Mercury also being in alignment with how you receive love. So that also matters. You know what I mean? That's not always in alignment with like romantic love. Sometimes that's familial love. Sometimes that's friendship love. Sometimes that's love for the things that you do. Like, how are you choosing to receive it? And then of course, when we get into Hecate, which is cult-oriented magic or whatever, that's not always like romantic and stuff. Orcus, which is the realization of one's purpose. Which, you know, comes again with Mercury being in alignment with Venus. You know, Venus rules over the heart chakra. That's your vortex. That's what you attract in your space. That's the kind of reality you want in your space. Venus, it rules over, like, so think about your heart. Your heart has a beat. It pumps blood through your arteries and veins throughout all of the organs in your system. So it controls your frequency, your vibration as, you know, your own individual being. You have your own heartbeat. So with that being said, that, like, you know, whatever your beat is doing, whatever, you know, is attracting in your space, you know, that's up to you, you know, and it's like what you keep in your space. That's why they say, like, oh, the people around you are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And it's not so much as you saying, oh, this is a shitty person, so I must be a shitty person. No. If you had better love and better respect and better this and better that of yourself, you wouldn't put up with those kind of people. You wouldn't put up with those kind of situations. You wouldn't deal with those things. You know what I'm saying? You would move around them. You would find a way. So that is what they mean by, you know, pay attention to what's around you and what's in your surroundings, because it's a reflection of what you got going on inside. So if you're, you know, allowing yourself to feel worthy of the energy that you're receiving, whether you cry about it or think you deserve it or not, you know, you're sitting in it. So you're still allowing yourself to attract it in your space. What else that we got in Leo energy on our body experience? We also have Eros over here in Leo in the 5th house. So Eros is that love. Again, we have a Kelsey, which is the loyalty levels and triggers. We have Anti-Eros, which is, you know, the love that you receive. We also have Apollo here, Cleopatra, Eros, Lancelot, which was a lover. Oh, Rick left. Union, which is self-explanatory. We're still in that space of like having those relationship asteroids, romantic asteroids. So that'll be the vibe. It sounds like for our Mercury retrograde is your spaces of love. You know, the levels of love. So think about the different words of love and connection and unity, and what triggers you in the realms of love, and what are you willing to do for love, and what you love. Imhotep is also going to be here. Imhotep is the asteroid over knowledge of astrological and herbal remedies, effective remedies for our individual makeup. Mystic asteroid, this is your potential to become a scribe, a mystic, or an astrologer. Determines dream activities and intuition types and levels. So dealing with your dreams in a space of love. You know, what you dream about, what's in your space, who's in your dreams, are you in your dreams, somebody else in your dreams? That's weird. I'm thinking about different conversations I've had already. Anyway, Orcus is also here, which is the realization of your purpose. Also sitting in Leo. So it's being confident and courageous and creative about these things once you come into these realizations about, you know, your purpose, your love, your priorities, your value, your worth, and what you're attracting to in your space. So that's the theme of this Mercury retrograde as we set it off at a 4 degree for dealing with Taurian energy being that fixed 4. Fourth house is Cancer house. You know, that's home, family, and nurturing, maternal energy, intuition, your inner eye. And then 2 being that Taurus house, literally. 2 also deals with the Libra scales of balance and decision making. So it gives us a sense of like going back into the month of 7, paying attention to how you spent your Mercurian energy of love and things like that, and your thought process on that, and kind of rewinding on it and seeing like, oh, is this really what you want, or do you want something different? You know what I'm saying? So that's for that. All my Mercurians probably manifested some level of money, wealth, and divine purpose in your space during this period of time. And this is wherever Virgo is in your chart, wherever Leo is in your chart on the Vedic scale. And then Leo is also in the Draconic chart too. So Mercury doesn't really switch off in the Draconic chart. It stays in Leo the whole time. So your soul is finding a sense of confidence and courageousness. Your soul is also finding that sense of romantic self, tapping back into the inner child, definitely pulling that sun card out on yourself and how you go about your daily routine. So if you're not finding that that childlike wanderlust and discovery and curiosity, I won't say you're doing the wrong thing, but like, you know, focus on the track of that type of nature, and the child of yourself, and the child of the adults around you, and the child of your children. Like all of that is like the forefront of the vibe. So that's the energy of the Mercury retrograde, y'all. During the Mercury retrograde, we have, I want to tell y'all, oh yeah, so Mercury enters Leo on August 15th. So you got 8158, which is 868, 6 being the 6th house. 6th house is ruled by Virgo energy. That's health, wealth, daily routine, moral, and integral code. So we're going to take that, you know, 868 day, and we're going to enter Leo energy with it. So being more confident and courageous with that 868 energy. You have 8 and 6, that's 14, that's 5. Walking in the power of your truth, bring that 5 into the 8, that's 13. That's a karmic debt number. We're going to enter that karmic debt number a couple of times. All right, put a pin in that. But we're going to be in a karmic debt number when we enter back into Leo. So rewinding back into Leo, just be mindful of that. Finding that level of being able to attire emotions with the things that you know, having a sense of understanding, which is discernment with your knowledge. Your knowledge isn't for everywhere all the time. Your knowledge is for some places some of the time. I know we be wanting to scream from the rooftops, so all rooftops, but sometimes it's time, you know, listen and speak, teach and learn. That sense of equality there, you know, it is, you know, it's a time and place for everything. That's the quote for that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sebastian, how you doing, beloved? So we enter in Leo in the karmic debt number. Now we enter in Cancer on on the constellation realm. We enter Cancer constellation on 8/22. 22 is a day of mastery, right? That's a master architect energy. That's when we're in the space of building and manifesting. So our body is going back into that womb, that maternal energy, home and family, and nurturing and putting the aspects towards the nurturing. And with that, foundation of nurturing is with that 8/4/8. 8 and 4 is knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Bring it to an 8. So 8/22 actually brings you into a day of 11, which is a day of mastery. So you have a karmic debt number when Mercury goes back into Leo, and then you have a master number when it goes back into Cancer. Oh, isn't that cool? So overall, though, thank you for the follow, Sebastian. So overall, though, Mercury is going to go back 13 degrees from the beginning of the retrograde to the end of it. Again, I got a bunch of days for that too. From the 26th to the 28th, we're going to go with the 27th in the middle. But I even got 29th a couple times. So between the ephemeris, the almanac, a few different websites, it's different numbers. But you know how the shadow works. So either way, it's going to be, we already started in the shadow of the retrograde beginning. By the end, we'll be in September 1st. So overall, it's going to be backwards 13 degrees. So we're going back through a karmic debt number or whatever, right? So learning how to communicate what we feel, taking that cardinal energy, right? Because one is Aries, one is that gut that controls the mind. Everything starts with that fire, that light, and it goes, to the thought process, and then you execute, right? And we're going to be in double 8s all month. So execution. Remember, high highs make low lows, and low lows make high highs. The goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle. If you find yourself doing too much, stressing too much, something, you're probably becoming a resistance to whatever it is that's supposed to happen, despite what your plans are. And, I know Mercurian energy likes to have plans. They like to predict. They like to have things worked out because it gives them the idea of control. But in this space and time, it's kind of like lose control a little bit, allow control to be lost a little bit, because if you it's like you're drowning because you're flapping too much. You're trying to control the current, and the current is ultimately controlling you. And again, reminding you that this is in this space of love, finding your divine purpose, tapping into your spiritual realm, the energy of the cultist, your interpersonal relationships, and the different levels of love, and all those things in that realm. That's what we're talking about. Okay. But yeah, 13 karmic debt number, 1 and 3 come together and make 4. So we're finding a sense of stability in this. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal in it. Once we know how to, find understanding and discernment with our knowledge, once we learn how to control our knowledge in alignment with our emotions, it shouldn't be one over the other, right? They should go hand in hand. My knowledge and my emotions should agree with one another. You know what I'm saying? Because they're part of a one whole. They're still, different facets of me. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be introduced to people who have conflict with that, with their emotions and their knowledge. I don't feel like doing this, but I know I got to do it. Or I know this, but I don't feel this way about it. And then, finding that level in the middle, like maybe your knowledge isn't everything. Maybe there's something a little off, and that's why your feelings aren't in alignment. Or maybe your feelings are a little out of whack because there's some healing that needs to happen there despite of what you know. So it's just learning how to find that stability between the two. And that's going to bring you to a space, of that 4, which is where we want to be at. We want to be on that 4 by the end of this month, right? And then the retrograde, so I put 8/27/8. So that's 8/9/8. That's 9 in the middle of the 8. So then we come in, there's no number higher than 9. We come to a space of completion. We come back into the womb. We go into the utopia and 9th house, the Sagittarius house. That's, expansion and abundance and joy and generosity. We're dealing with the sacral chakra here. So by the time we get to 8/9/8, we should be in a space of joy and you know what I'm saying? Because now there's a newfound trust. 9 also deals with the wisdom of the oracle and the sages. When you go in the divine womb, you're connected back into the darkness. You're connected back into that universal blackness, if you will. So by the time we get to the bottom of it, it should be a newfound sense of trust for the universe, for the stars, for things going. So you don't have to feel like you personally have to control everything in the physical world. No, that there's a non-physical world, and the non-physical world is way bigger than your condensed ass physical body. Like your physical body is only 5 feet tall or whatever, or something like that. Your personal auric body alone is 18 feet radius. You know what I'm saying? So you know, your personal auric body is like more than 3 times your physical body size, and that's just you. We're not even talking about all the other parts of the physical world and how big their auric bodies are, and then how, you know, how big all those auric bodies are when they come together and stuff like that. So it's just like a certain level of trust, and just put your hands up and just know, like, I know what I want. I know what I'm gravitating for. I know what my vortex is shooting for. And it's just like, trust the universe to align with that and let it be, you know. Thing with the 13 is 13 get a little funky. I have a numerology book and I kind of want to read 13 to y'all. Let's see. So the 13 karmic debt will work very hard to accomplish any task. Obstacles stand in the way, but you must overcome time and time again. One may feel burdened and frustrated by the seeming futility of one's efforts. There may be a desire to surrender to the difficulties and simply give up on the goal, believing it was impossible to attain in the first place. The 13 karmic debt number can make one fall into laziness and negativity, but efforts are not futile. And success is well within reach. One must simply work hard and persevere in order to reach the goal. Many highly successful people in all walks of life, including business, art, and athletics, have a 13 karmic number. The key to succeeding with 13 is focus. 13 may be difficult for people to concentrate or direct their energies in one specific direction or on a single task, but scatter their energies over many projects and jobs, none of which amount to very much. A temptation with the 13 is to take shortcuts for quick success. And too often that easy success doesn't come, causing regret and the desire to give up. The result is poor self-image and the belief that one is incapable of amounting to very much. In order to focus, you must maintain order in your life. Order is essential to success. You must maintain a schedule, keep appointments, and follow through. Keep your environment neat and under control and never procrastinate. If you sustain a steady and consistent effort, you will realize much reward. And that's going back through the 13 degrees of Mercury. And then we said that the retrograde will start on the 4th. So we can look on the day of 4. Being hardworking and conscientious, precise, and taking great care of what you do, being highly principled and disciplined and responsible, taking obligations very seriously, being highly ethical, being proud and upright, but conversely not particularly arrogant, having a compassion for people, and persevering in the face of an obstacle or personality problem, loving family and being a wonderful mate, not being overly emotional or very demonstrative of your love, tending to understate your affections, being focused on the foundations of your life, whether they are business, career, or family matters, taking care of the basics, being highly rational, being slow and patient approach, sound and secure, natural organizing, and managerial skills. So being the rock, working on being stubborn and rigid is key here. Work on being more flexible. You may experience frustrations and repression. Just learn how to understand emotions. Understanding emotions is key here. Thank you for the follow, Pressure. How you doing, beloved? And then I told you guys that we're going to end on the 27, which is a 9. But we'll get into the 27, which is ultimately, like, you know, adds up to a 9. But being a born leader, an efficient manager, capable of organizing and inspiring others, talented in areas of politics, religion, art, and law, being creative and having an excellent understanding of people, being broad-minded, being educated in several different fields, particularly the arts, being a late bloomer, willing to take time in choosing a profession, a great dream for humanity. Again, we're coming to the 9 of energy, improving conditions of people, whether they're in community, state, country, or world at large. Expressing feelings well. So by the end of this, you'll go from being a stone wall of feelings to expressing them all over the place and having a calm and aristocratic appearance. I was trying to say 2 different words at the same time. Appearance. Beneath there is a sense of frustration without not having received your due in life, either from parents, co-workers, or community. So we're going to heal that during this period of time. Learn acceptance and forgiveness, okay? There's an element of sacrifice in your life. You need to let go of all negative attachments. Any thought of revenge will backfire badly against you. You need to apply your spiritual and philosophical outlook in all matters, which the balance seems to have struck against you. All right. So that's the 4 and the 27, y'all. That's all the asteroids that Mercury is going to be in alignment with. We're going to going back 13 degrees. Mercury goes direct at 8:42 p.m. 8:42. So, you know, that's cool because it keeps dividing, right? 8, then 4, then 2. That ultimately adds up to 12, 14, 5, walking in the power of your truth by the end of this joint with the 8, 9, 8, which brings you to 17, 8, 16, 7. The day is 7. Ashe. And that's going to be at 21 degrees in Leo. So wisdom and knowledge bringing you to understanding. 3, 8 is the number of mastery. I like those numbers. I like the numbers. I like the stars. We like it here. Okay. And just to let y'all know, we stay in Draconic Leo the whole time. We're not leaving Draconic Leo. You know, we've been there for a while, so we're going to be there. So let's pull some cards, because when we first start off, our throat chakra is going to be an earth, an adaptable, mutable earth of Virgo energy, wanting organization, you know, being of service, moral and integral code, being all about teaching and learning. Some people start school this week, you know, certain areas we're working on their education during this period of time, whether in enrollment or actually beginning. With that becomes new organization for other people in the house that's being affected by the education space. Whether you're the one that's deciding to go to school, so now you have to reorganize your schedule, or someone around you is going back to school, so now the schedule is being reorganized, all that fun stuff. Now it's time to start planning. Okay, I got you, beloved. So all that is happening. So we got earth happening in our thought process with the organization. Then we have fire happening in our bodies with the confidence and the courageousness. And we want to do more and we want to feel more. And, you know, we're moving faster in our thoughts here. All right. So be mindful of, you know, being so caught up in the physical world that you might overwhelm your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Getting too excited to where you might overwhelm your thoughts. We don't want to do that. All right. So that's how we're going to begin it. Now, by the end of it, our thoughts are going to be on fire. And they're going to be moving and racing, probably finally catching up with our body. And our body is going to be cooled down in that Cancer water. All right. So we get to touch all 4 elements. No. I lied. We don't go to air. Everybody but air. We don't get to go that fast, and that's cool. I'm cool with that. We don't need to go that fast, but we can get hot and heavy. Y'all be mindful of your communication skills in this space because it's highly emotional. Yeah, it's very highly emotional. We'll start with our fire, because with our fire babies, we're going to start off with fire and your thought. And then we're going to get into Adonis. I'll do yours right before we get to water, because I'll do water next. So we're going to start off with fire in our bodies. I'm sorry, because our thoughts are in earth. So we start off with fire in our body and our actions and moving forward, being tapped into our inner child and all that energy of the inner child. And then we end up with fire in our thoughts by the end of it. Finally aligning with that inner child, that inner confidence, energy and stuff. Oh yeah, Mars is in Gemini, giving over there. We got some stuff we got some stuff in air. We definitely got some stuff in air. Libra scales are very interesting right now, because everything in Libra is in the 6th and 7th house. So that it's either debilitated or it's in an emotional space and decision making. You know, Libra deals with justice, right? And then our community has some placements there too. As far as our major celestial bodies, I don't want to get too caught up in the Excuse me. Let me go back up to tropical. I was still in sidereal. Yeah, Mars and Jupiter are pretty close and getting closer. Mars past Jupiter, so it's actually starting to get further, but we're still in the same. Thank you for the follow, Taurus. This morning, I'm tired a little bit. I'm in pain, distracting myself. But we'll by the end of this month, we'll have the moon in alignment with Mars and Jupiter in Aries, in Gemini, and they'll all be in the first house. That's why I said Aries. They'll be in the Aries house. They'll be in our appearance and our temperament energy and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to be attracting our community and spaces of communication and stuff like that. Very, very insightful energy happening in that space. Gemini energy more so deals with like, relatives that you grew up with, people you grew up with, your neighborhood and stuff like that. So the first house is also going to be in Gemini. So by that 27th, when Mercury goes back prograde, it's going to be, a nice little alignment happening in that air energy of Gemini. Juno, Lilith, and Pallas are in Libra, in the Libra scales. So y'all paying attention to what y'all need in a bonding contract in order to stay in it with Juno. Pallas is letting y'all know the genius-like qualities y'all be overlooking in that in that Libra. And then Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, you already see the Lilith all over the motherfucking Libra scales right now. It looks crazy out here. It's looking real ghetto. But it is what it is. All right, my fire babies, here we go. We have retreat. We have Jupiter in alignment with the sun. So aligning that Gemini energy would do well for you guys. Aligning that with the Virgo sun, organizing that Gemini energy. And then they're both in a Mercurian energy. So while Jupiter is going on in the inside, giving you that expansion and the abundance and things in the Gemini vibe, the sun being Virgo, which is on the outside, is helping you experience how organized you are with that expansion and abundance in the Oracle and the Sage energy with that internal Gemini. So pay attention to that. We have the 2-7 number. So 2-7, finding balance on the 7, and just so happened that Mercury goes prograde, during the 27th, right? We just got done talking about the 27th having. So for my fire babies, pay close attention to that 27 day. But during this period of time, yes, focus on y'all Jupiter and y'all sun placements together. We're going to expand on that a little bit. Jupiter and the sun, experiencing your sacral chakra, experiencing your joy, your inner child, your nervous system, paying attention to that. And that'll help you become more empathetic and sympathetic to that of other people, especially my air babies out there that might be fanning on your fire, making your fire bigger. You got to be mindful of the inner child and the other air babies and the other fire babies. Water babies and earth babies, y'all might not be having no patience for right now because y'all want to be, hot and ass, all that stuff like that. So expanding on it, we got the Devil card. Being too caught up in the physical, material things and doing anything for it. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. No shortcuts this month. No shortcuts this month. That's a part of that karmic debt number 13 that we went over. We're not going to do that. I know it sounds fun. It's going to come to you and it's going to be like, oh, sounds easy. It sounds like something I can do. What? It's not supposed to be an easy time this time. This time it's supposed to be showing you like slow and steady and determination despite how fast everything is going on around you. Like really finding that homeostasis between these double eights is important here. If you find yourself trying to like push past that, you're ultimately going to hurt yourself. We have the reverse Knave of Wands. So again, slow and steady. Don't be rushing things. I know we're rushing things to create and manifest and materialize and bring into our space. No shortcuts, guys. No shortcuts, guys. Let's get into our solutions to help us with this fire that just wants to go fast. I want to go fast. Because we know we're in your space. We start off with the daily routine, the mindset, being on Virgo, organizing, but your body is moving faster than your mind. Don't want to overbook yourself in the schedule and things, getting too excited on things, and then by the end of the month, you know, you're gonna have your body in Cancer trying to slow up, you know, and catch up with all those things that you were doing in your Leo. You know what I'm saying? We have Jabora, the reverse 5 of Wands, Saturn and Leo. So again, coming to that karmic number 13, that Saturn vibe that brings you into 4. So, you know, challenges coming to that Leo energy, challenges coming in that fire energy. Again, bring you down to the root of all things, root yourself, ground yourself. You know, Jabora deals with the 5th sphere in the tree of life. The 5th sphere is associated with that the solar plexus chakra, which is that Scorpio energy. You know, that's associated with the 5th sphere. That's Hera Kahuti energy, which is the enforcement of where you are with Mayat. Enforcement of your internal law. And it's going to be some challenges that come there. Again, like I'm saying, y'all be mindful of how y'all interact with other people's elements, because, you know, they're there and you're here. Be careful. Victim. We got a heart chakra card for a victim. I pulled this card for my fire babies before, and I had told y'all before in my last reading that I did. I'd be doing these readings on Facebook heavy, but I told y'all, you know, y'all not nobody victim. You gotta stop moving around like a victim. That's y'all cry that y'all like to do when things don't go y'all way and stuff like that. If you can't walk around acting like the oblivious victor to your energy, you walk around crying like the victim. And we're not doing either one of those. We're just going to be accountable and keep it moving, and then learn how to be more in charge of self, be more organized, more focused, and more disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful. You're not a victim of the matters of your heart, because you control that too. If your vortex is not attracting what you like in your space, it's reflecting what your vortex is attracting and keeping around in your space. So be mindful of that. Ain't no different than you being on social media controlling your algorithms. You know, where's your heart at? What do you find, you know, repulsive? What do you find heartless? What do you find comedic and all that stuff like that? It's controlling what your suggested posts are and what your timeline looks like, and which one of the people that you're following you see the most on your page. You know what I'm saying? And that's all about it. It works the same way, just not as quickly in the physical world. The virtual reality is more so air energy. Virtual reality is Aquarius. Physical reality is more so Capricorn. Social problems, y'all. We're going to have to learn how to master them too, because this is in the 22. Master architect. Be mindful of how you create in your social issues. Remember, Mercury enters Cancer on the sidereal chart on the 22nd too. So that might be something to look out for. The different things that's happening on the 22nd for you and your heart chakra, and the different issues you have with people you socialize or you find yourself around. Hey, outcast, how you doing, love? That's what I got for my fire babies. Hey, Adonis, are you still there? Let me know if you're still there while I shuffle these cards. Because if you are, I will get to you before I get to water. Hey, I'm good. Capricorn Earth sign here. Okay, cool. How you doing with Pluto over there? Pluto over there in Capricorn creating transformations. You also have Psyche over there right now. Earth is in Capricorn right now. Capricorn Aquarius energy being the opposite to the sun. That's in Cancer Leo energy. So we all right now next to Pluto getting transformations. Instead of tell on wheels, believed. I have a lot of Capricorn placements, but they're not in my personal planets. Peace, Greg. How you feeling, beloved? I'm gonna move on to water, and when Adonis gets back on, I will come back to him. But y'all let me know if y'all want personal card pull. So my water babies, the beginning of Mercury retrograde might be a little funny for y'all, because you know, this is wherever water is on the tropical or sidereal for you, as far as Mercury controlling the habits and the rituals and the moral and integral code and, you know, communications and stuff in those areas. So you being water, you know, you'll feel like that slowdown of Virgo that slowdown in your routine, being more methodical and thoughtful, you'll feel yourself being more like wanting to close off and like, I won't say suppress or repress because it doesn't feel that way, but just more like contracting your energy, consolidating your energy, because Virgo is indeed the hermit energy, and water energy ain't too far off of being a hermit and being to itself. There's no bond stronger than the water bond, and that water like stays together and sticks to itself. You know what I'm saying? So, paying attention to that water energy, you guys just feel yourself closing down and closing off, and that's okay. Or my water energy over there in the Vedic realm, you guys are feeling that fire coming towards y'all in the constellations, right, of Mercury. So in your body, you'll feel yourself heating up a little bit, but don't let yourself get into a point of evaporation to where you're losing yourself. You're changing your whole like makeup into air. So you want to be mindful of that. You want to stay in your water form and just be hot water. Being a little hot water, you know what I'm saying? But, be mindful of how you were expressing that hot water, because this is how you are feeling, You could be a little snippy because some people are pulling on your water. Everybody needs water, right? So you could be a little bit snippy. You want to tap into that Virgo hermit that is a alignment with your water energy to be, Dolo, whether you're the mysterious Scorpio, you're the isolated Pisces, or you're the shelled crab. It doesn't matter. All three of them like to be to themselves and bonded to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that Virgo energy, that Virgo hermit card allows you guys to do that a little bit more and slow down to do that. However, that fire body, it's going to be energy that's going to be pulling on y'all and wanting y'all around and stuff like that. And we just give breath and space and find a balance, because Virgo energy also deals with that sense of equality, right? And you have to have equality between going in and going outward, right? Yeah, we're definitely glad that you're in the building, Greg. Miss you so. And then by the end of it all, with that water, we'll have Mercury going back into Leo. So now your thoughts are getting fired up. Now your thoughts are starting to match that energy that your body was in alignment this entire time. And so, now you have your thoughts ready and excited to go back and prograde. You know what I'm saying? Now that you've experienced these different things in your physical, now as far as your body goes, now the body is going to be in alignment with the water. So it's going to flow better for you by the end of the month as far as the happenings go. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You'll be excited to be in your space. You know what I mean? Be excited to be in your own element as far as body goes. So, pulling cards for y'all now, my water babies. We have nurture, lemon bone. So I want y'all to focus on your... This has to be an asteroid. What asteroid is this? I want to say this is Ceres, but I don't want to lie to y'all. Hold on a second. That's not Chiron, is it? It might be Jupiter. I know it's alignment with Jupiter. Hold on a second. Yes. TV. Thank you for the follow. Some of these symbols, I'd be like, what? Nothing. Talking about the Mercury retrograde coming up and what this will mean for everybody. And I'm sweating. How are you? Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm disappearing. All right. So this is 52. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna tell y'all. I like lemon balm. Lemon balm wakes you up. It's really good for the wake up. Oh, it is Ceres. It is Ceres. So Ceres is the asteroid of agriculture and nurturing and what you need in agriculture and all that fun stuff like that. I'm not a fan of what you're doing. Thank you. Can we stop doing that? Thank you. So what you need to cultivate that space of joy, right? Because Jupiter rules over the sacral chakra, This is, you know, your wisdom, your expansion, your abundance, your generosity, and all that stuff. We're at 5-2, so walking in the power of your truth and making decisions on that, finding balance and harmony and justice in that, walking in that. 2 also is the number of wisdom. You know, 5 is that Leo energy, so confidence and courageousness and being wise about it. My water babies. Okay. So again, that's like what I was saying. 5 also deals with community and communication and stuff. You saw 2 baby birds last night in the middle of the road. You ever heard of something like that, or the meaning towards that? 2 birds. Not exactly sure. Hey, Manuel. No, I've never heard anything like that. 2 birds in a row. And when you looked it up, what'd you get? Ooh, King of Swords. Hiding behind the sword, y'all. Again, be mindful of that crabby stuff. You know, everybody needs water. Everybody wants to be around the water. So while your mindset is on hermit, and that's going to be comfortable for you guys to be in and stuff like that, you have to tap in more, not more so, but be equal with it. You know, is the equal going inward, equal going outward? Because, you know, the fire baby's going to need the water to help them slow down. So they're going to be coming to you for insight and stuff like that. Then you got the air babies that's going to be all over the place. They ain't going to know what to do. So when they come around you, they're going to need that sense of focus and like, wait a minute, chill the fuck out. You know, Earth be on the standstill no matter what the fuck is going on. So they might need a little push, but we'll see. And then that's what Earth she talking about. But Taurus don't be giving a fuck. So I feel like Taurus energy just be on some Taurus shit no matter what season it is. That's where we're at. Maybe who were you thinking about when you saw the birds? That's what Min Rael said. Who were you thinking about when you saw the birds? Just at like a new beginning. And I've been seeing rabbits late night to think, oh, that's good luck. Yeah, rabbits are good luck and a sign of abundance and fertility and stuff, whatever it is you're trying to create. I have the High Priestess card for y'all. So yes, again, people when we come into y'all, people come to the water. Everybody likes the water. Everybody needs the water. So, you know, embrace that. Embrace the fact that you guys are in the position to come into. And then remember, by the end of this month, you know, we will be Vedically in Cancer, back in Cancer energy. So you will be back into your energy of that Leo Cancer vibe, you know, that we started off last month in. Rewinding all the way back into that space. And remember, this is the 13-degree karmic debt, you know, degrees that we're going back into, that 1 and 3. So having that 3 being that water number of emotions and expression and being a understanding, and you know what I'm saying, you know, allow that 1, that fire energy, that cardinal energy be cool with you. Birds are my messengers. Talking to birds work. I walked past some owls and was hooting back at them. We were going back and forth, and then the owl followed me miles later. That's interesting. The owl is my guardian of the night. Yeah, it was crazy. I was thinking about nothing but getting back home for real. Then I saw the birds. Looked like they fell from a tree. I'm a fire sign. You're Sagittarius. Oh, you're Sagittarius? Okay. So we went over a fire in the beginning about, you know, just learning how to slow down during this time while Mercury is initiating its retrograde, and the fire energy in your thought process and stuff like that. Because, I mean, in your body, because Mercury's retrograde is in Virgo in your thoughts, which is slowing you down in the earthly realms, and your thoughts and self-management is key there in your daily routine. Your body is still going to be wanting to move around and do a lot of things. Just make sure that you have that sense of grounding and focus. You know what I'm saying? Lucky number 13. Yeah. 13 is a lucky number. It's also a karmic debt number. Pod, 8 of coins. So we are moving Sun and Virgo. Experiences. You guys' experiences on the Virgo. See, I keep telling y'all that equality. You guys got to focus on the equality. Giving and receiving things. You know what I mean? This is the 8th sphere, which is the sphere of Sebek. That is the celestial labelers, or whatever, if you will. I was born 7/6/13 is all in my personal math. Respect. 13 is a wild number. I don't think I touched 13 too much. I got to think about it. but I don't think so. Completion. We have the reverse sacral chakra in the space of completion, feeling incomplete. Just making sure you get everything done that you want to get done by the end of the cycle, or feeling like, oh, by the end of the cycle you didn't get everything you wanted to get done. And that's gonna help, like, if you move in a space of equality while you're allowing yourself to go inward and be that hermit and be to yourself and be your own winner and stuff like that, you know, but you still have the equality of allowing other people in your space. Other people also want to support you with about vibes. People see your energy. People know what you do. Let people come through and lift you up in whatever way that they can. Some people's ways that they can lift you up isn't always like the water way. I know water energy likes to be in the realms of the spiritual and not really in the body like things, but that's where water needs support at, in the body like things, right? Or in the, you know, the airy like things, or in the fire like things. So, you know, don't turn those things away because it's not you. It's not supposed to be you. It's supposed to be a different energy. I like being to myself for real. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you probably got some hermit placements in your chart, even though you have Sagittarius experiences. Oh, y'all going to have social problems too. So everybody going to get this 22 card on 8/22 when Mercury enters the Cancer constellation. Everybody gonna have social problems. You probably gonna have social problems with the fire sign. Yo, you and the fire babies, y'all gonna be going back and forth and stuff. All right, Adonis, since I know you're here we go with your reading, sir. Relationships gone bad, but I'm a dope individual for real. Respect. Oh yeah, close people changing. Even my family just turn on me. It's like that. We are in a space of changing. See, the thing with Mercury retrograde is it rewinds us back into spaces where we are repeating certain degrees in our habits, in our routine, you know, our moral and integral code, and certain habits and things that we're repeating, certain people can't be around for. It's not in their vortex. They have to go experience something else, somewhere else, someone else, right? So, you know, being mindful of that, you know. How long does this Mercury been going on? Oh, it didn't even start yet. We're in the shadow of it, but it starts on the 4th and it's going on until the 27th. We go back 13 degrees. Emotions is water. Yeah, emotions is water. All right, Adonis, we got 1-5 harmony, and you're going to focus on your Venus in this space and time. So bonus, focus on your heart chakra. Yarrow is the herb for you. All right, 1 and 5, that's knowledge and walking in the power of your truth. You know, 1 also deals with the Aries energy of the gut that controls the mind. That's that ambition and motivation. You know, 5 deals with Leo, so those are both fire numbers. 5 can also be the air number of decisiveness and community and communication, you know. And then it both adds up to 6. 6 being that Mercurian energy, that 6th house, Virgo house of equality, routine and habits and things like that. The moral and integral code, what you're teaching and learning. But yeah, use your intellect to walk in the power of your truth overall and apply it to your daily routine. You're going to follow your Venus with that. And you have the King of Swords too. You have the King of Swords in reverse. So utilizing, so if you look at it, it's like he's hiding behind the sword. So, you know, being mindful of utilizing your knowledge to hide behind it. We don't want to hide behind the knowledge. We want to utilize the knowledge to, like, you know, strengthen ourselves. You got the same, this is the same card from last time. The T coming out again. Emperor, Hermit, Hierophant, my progressed sun and moon are both in Leo. Okay, so you're getting that organization in your experiences, your inner and external experiences. Oh, this is a vibe for you then. This whole Mercury going retrograde in Virgo. You're really finding your organization and your routine in your space. Being more ritualistic and habitual is a key in Virgo energy. Yeah. Just don't get too caught up in it because, you know, especially when we get into that 8/22 and we go back into Cancer and stuff like that, because what it is water energy kind of fuck it up when you get too hung up on the ritual and routine of things. you know, the other elements will come and kind of like try to erase the board to show you, like, loosen up, don't be so caught up. Hey Lawski, how you doing, love? I've been staying positive. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna call it a night. Respect. Good night. Queen of Swords. So you got the reverse King of Swords, but the Queen of Swords is there. Like, we good on the moon vibe of the knowledge. We just gotta work on the external, the sun part of the knowledge. The actual experiences and expressing the outward self in the physical world. They're both in the 10th house. Oh, okay, so they in your space of success. Success. I'm finally lining up with my Draconic chart, my progressive, my sun, moon. Well, my Mercury and my sun have already entered in Scorpius. I'm getting that last little bit of moon Libra and moon Venus out of here. I cannot wait. I'm so tired of this wet blanket shit. I'm ready to start cursing people out and burning shit up and getting revenge. It's like, no, that's not what Scorpio energy is about. I know. Hey, Jim. All right, so the goal here, you're going to work on your Jabora, which is your 5th sphere, Hera Kahuti. I pulled this earlier. This is Cancer energy. So this is where we're going to use our Cancer, which is the Chariot card. Jabora is the solar plexus chakra. This is the sphere of enforcement in the solar plexus chakra, the 5th sphere of Hera Kahuti. So you're going to use those 8s on your Cancer energy, learning how to enforce things with your spiritual self. Say, box me up. I will when I finish my podcast. You guys are backstage over there on BLK. Once I finish my podcast, I got you. As far as the struct, passion. We have passion in reverse on the sacral chakra. So that's the key there. You know. We're not expressing it in our sacral chakra. We want to push it out in our sacral chakra. Okay. I'll be coming on here too late. And, good marriage. So you got a good bond coming up by the end of this. See, not everybody's going to have social problems. And then you have it at a 3-7, so it's expression, and then that Libra 7th house energy, and then you see it's 2 moons at the top. So, it's going to be good bonds happening by the end of it when you express that sense. Come into your space of passion. See a picture, doing what you love, expressing what you love and stuff like that. And again, that's going to come from you utilizing that enforcer of in your solar plexus chakra when it comes to your Cancer energy, the Cancer vibes. And I got those in reverse. And when I get reverse, I'm like, bro, reverse is not a bad thing. It just means that we didn't really do it yet. We're not there yet. We're not exercising it yet. But you got to find that balance and that harmony between the King and the Queen of Swords. So, I was more so focusing on the King of Swords because the Queen of Swords is there. Like, you're really there with the internal side of things and the emotional side of things, the intuitive side of things. Now we just wanted to express more. All right. So I did my fire. I did my water. I did Adonis. So now we're going to move on to Earth. Let's do my Earth babies. Why not? All right. Especially Virgos. This one is for y'all. Virgo loves. All adaptable, being adaptable, all the Virgo placements that y'all have in y'all chart is really feeling this Mercurian retrograde of being, retrograde isn't really moving backwards. It's just moving so slow that compared to where Earth is, where we're at on Earth, it appears to be moving backwards. So it appears that you're repeating different people, places, things, and situations. It appears that you're having the same issues again and stuff like that. And that's because, like, when the outside world is like everything is just moving slower than we're actually moving. So if you play around with the magic of that, and you realize, hey, I'm actually moving faster than Mercury, I'm actually moving faster than this daily routine. So whatever is going on right now is in the past. This ain't even really here. You know what I'm saying? I'm already past this. So if you experience the retrograde with that kind of mindset, it kind of helps you get through some of the things that feel like, you know, you're repeating and you're going through again, and it's like, ah, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the keys to rising above these retrogrades. And we can get into like Saturn and Neptune retrograde heavy next week. But yeah, that's definitely one of the keys to doing that. So my Earth babies, I know y'all don't really be bothered with fire too much unless you're the mutable Earth or Virgo thing. Like you'll allow yourself to be bothered with the fire. But I know Capricorn, y'all a little too I gotta be the cardinal energy. You go be fixed over there. And then, you know, Taurus ain't really not hitting on Taurus. But you know, y'all can allow yourself to be a hot lava and go ahead and remold yourselves with the Leo vibes. All right. Okay, love. Hey, godson, how you doing? So, Earth, we have Conduit, Amanita, the Amanita mushroom. We got 4 and 2. So, ooh, I got 3 planets for you, Earth babies. This is what I got for y'all. I got Neptune, I got Pluto, and Mercury. So, I want y'all to pay attention to Neptune, Pluto, and Mercury. All 3 of them are in retrograde, mind you. Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces in its home space. Neptune is actually at a 29 degrees. So, it's at a difficult degree right now in its space of retrograde. All right. So, be mindful of that. Then we have Pluto in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde in Aquarius, and it's bringing itself all the way. Right now, Pluto is at a, well, hold on. Let me rewind. Let's go back to tropical. Because I can always do the math for Vedic if I know the tropical. How's your day going, godson? So Neptune is at a 29 degree in the 12th house, which is the Pisces house. So it's in its own house as well. Pluto is in Aquarius at a 0 degree. So it's in that easy. So while Pluto's in ease, providing transformation to our social awareness, social justice, and electronic communication, and telling everybody business, it is not a good time to have skeletons in your closet. It is not a good time to be going against my yacht. Pluto is going to get that ass. You understand me? Pluto at a 0 degree is very dangerous. It's dangerous as fuck. It's like if you have your eyes open, if you can see the things, it's so fucking obvious. But if you can't, you really can't. Like that's how extreme Pluto is. It's like it's an 8. You either at super duper at the top or super duper at the bottom. And then those in the middle, like the homeostasis in the middle is the goal. But Spirit said ain't nobody in the middle. That's what Spirit says. Spirit said ain't nobody in the fucking middle. You don't even gotta talk about that when it comes to Pluto. You might want to talk about that when it comes to the numbers, but when it comes to Pluto, ain't nobody in the middle. But in that, and even that is in the 10th house. So that's in the house of Capricorn, of infrastructure and authority. And you know, we see that heavily with what's going on in this presidential shit. With Pluto providing transformations and a lot of cultism type energy happening in the social circles and stuff like that. And then, you know, 10th house dealing with that space of authority, you know, who's in charge, who's in authority right now. But yeah, Pluto being the rise and fall of the empires and stuff like that, telling the secrets in the realms of the occultism. And that's where a lot of that energy harvesting is coming from. It is going to be a lot of energy harvesting happening with Pluto in the space. And then, like I said, Neptune is at a difficult degree at 29 degrees in the 12th house. So, you know, 29 degrees is like that snow in between changing the channels. Would it be like loud too? Like shh, all loud and shit. We don't like that. Sorry, fuck my dog up. But we don't like that too much. But you know, it's coming a difficult time for the spiritual ones out here. It's, you know, it's a crazy space to be in. And then what did I also say? I said the other one was Mercury, right? What did I do with my card? I put it back. I just be doing stuff. Yeah, it was Mercury though. Mercury being the 3rd planet. Shit. I just be shuffling while I'm talking and shit. That's the part of the problem. But yeah, it was the 3 planets. So Mercury being in that Virgo energy. So finding order and ritual energy and all those things like that in alignment with the 3. So that's where it's at. That's the theme, you know. So now we're going to expand on it. I can't believe I put that card back. Why would I do that? Are we just moving and just shuffling? Talking and shuffling. There it is. I didn't really put it back. So Amanita, 4 and 2. That's the 4 and 2 are both Libra, both heart chakra energies. 4 can be that stabilized heart chakra energy. 4 can also deal with the stabilization of the root chakra. 2 can be Taurus energy with the second house. 2 also deals with the Libra energy of balance and making decisions and stuff like that. They both come together and make 6. So it's dealing with your habits and your daily routine, your moral and integral code is heavy here with that 4 and 2. Amanita is the mushroom. So that's what we got. That's the theme for my Earth babies. With some insight on the Lion's portal. I didn't even get there yet. For real. I was going to do the Lion's portal next week because we'll be in it. It'll be 8/8 next Wednesday or next Thursday, whatever. But the insight on it is like we'll be at an 8/8 actually, so that'll be pretty cool. We're gonna have the 888. That's one. Big transformations happening there. The Lion's portal is when we have that alignment in the Leo energy. Which will kind of have beginning on 8/48 actually, because the sun, the moon, and Venus will be in Leo energy. So Vesta is also in Leo, giving us the passion energy. Yeah, it's open now. It's open now till 8/88. The world card. So we have the world card in reverse. So all my Earth babies, y'all gotta learn how to trust the reality that trust the universe. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to the world. You can't control everything. I know y'all like to plan and coordinate and move everything to your liking, but that's not what we're doing right now. Again, by the end of this, you guys gotta learn how to move in alignment with what the fire and what the water is doing. As by the end of it, we will be in the water Cancer energy. You know what I'm saying? Venus loves luxury. Venus does love luxury. Mercury is one of the fastest ones out there. Right. So when you find Earth moving a little bit faster than Mercury to a point where whatever's going on in Mercury is kind of in the past, it gets a little... It's a crazy thought because Mercury is so fast. I'm an Earth sign. I'm an Earth sign too. I'm a heavy Earth sign. That's all I got is Virgo and Capricorn in my chart. And I got a little fire and air sprinkled here and there and stuff. Yeah, 12. 6 of Wands. So, again, equality on your actions. And if you notice, it's her, she's pouring the water. So she's learning to flow. She's flowing. It's not, oh, I'm making, I'm creating, I'm planning, I'm coordinating, I'm moving, I'm controlling. It's none of that happening. It's flowing, Earth babies. And this is wherever Earth is in your chart. Like, learn to flow. Learn to, do your thing. You're a Capricorn. That's what's up. Virgos are cool. Top 3. What's your top 3? We have the Sun card. Ooh, okay. So the Sun card is the we're dealing with the A sphere, which is Sebek or Had. That is the classifications, and we're dealing with the Ninth sphere. So we're bringing it down to Earth with it. A sphere can also be in alignment with the throat chakra and Mercurian energy. Speaking into existence the things that you want into your earth space. So you can invoke things into your experience. You can invoke things into what you want and stuff. The Sun card deals with like you being in the world like an inner child and exploring and loving it and stuff like that. But again, that still comes with the energy of flow. Hey, Philly. That still comes with the energy of flow. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much controlling and I'm making it happen and stuff like that. Like when you manifest it, when you pray for it, when you meditate on that stuff, you can't keep checking on the universe and acting like you don't trust the universe to do the rest. You did the part, you planted the seed, you put in the work. trust the work that you put in. Are you like not trusting yourself? Like if you did all this stuff, like why aren't you trusting yourself to get it done? Why are you like I get the mindset of having plan A, B, and C, whatever. That's how we were taught. I gotta have A, B, and C. But do you realize the amount of distrust you have to keep A, B, and C alive? How much like pulling on yourself and you're wearing all these different hats to make sure A, B, and C happen. Oh, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Those are your top 3. Yeah, watch it work. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I love Mars. My Mars is in Gemini, so right now I'm having my Mars return, and I love it here. I'm having a great time. I am like trying not to fall victim to my Mars in Gemini because I do find myself doing a lot of shit. So mysticism. So again, like I was talking about earlier, the alignments that Mercury has with the other planets, with the other asteroids. Like we have Mercury being in Virgo with Hecate, which is cult-oriented magic, finding ritualistic things in that space of mysticism with your third eye. Nemesis, where you find your enemies. Orcus, where you realize your purpose and stuff like that in that space of mysticism. So tapping into different rituals and routines and stuff, that ability to invoke, because Mercury is associated with Elegua. Mercury is also associated with Mercury or Hermes or whatever, which is also the messenger between the physical and the non-physical realm. So you being in the space of the crossroads and realizing, oh, I don't have to choose one or the other. I can kind of be in both or whatever. I'm on, y'all over there, y'all are backstage. So once I finish my podcast, y'all can come in, y'all can talk, y'all can do whatever y'all want. But I just want to get through this podcast and then I got you. Is there any way the Lions portal relates to the Sephiroth? Yes, Tiphareth. Tiphareth is the Leo Sephiroth. That is the that is sphere 6. That sphere 6 is right in the middle, because the heart chakra is the chakra in the middle between the upper and lower. And yeah, so that's the Sephiroth you're dealing with. Learn to let the spirit lead the flesh. Exactly, because everything starts with the thought. Everything starts with the non-physical, and the non-physical moves way faster than the physical. So you allow that to be. Escape from a deceitful woman, 5-7, walking in the power of your truth, and then dealing with the balance, dealing with that God energy. 5 and 7 come together, make knowledge and wisdom and understanding come from that. So escaping from deceit, whether it's the actual personification of a woman, but it doesn't feel like a personification of a woman. It feels like it might be coming in a personification of a woman. Hold on, let me backtrack. Spirit was like, wait a minute. It might be in a personification, but it does have a lot to do with emotional and intuitive energy. Escape from that energy. Whenever you find those intrusive thoughts trying to come into you, say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. That doesn't belong to you. That doesn't belong to you. Return it to center. Not even return it to center. Return it back to earth so it can be transmuted. We ain't even got to send that back to center. We ain't sending shit back to center no more. It's going back to the earth so it can be transmuted and healed. And then go back in the out to the universe again. Ashe? Ashe. Chesed is more so of, hold on, because I did this during Sunday service. Chesed is more so Neptune in the sacral chakra. Leo energy is the Tiphareth. That's the heart that be on fire. That's the center zone. So now we have air, y'all. Time for the air babies. All right, y'all. I feel like y'all gonna get it the most because y'all kind of like y'all very malleable to like the different elements of what they got going on. So when you got the fire and the air, y'all get really like thinned out and stuff. And then when you have earth and the air, it kind of thickens y'all and cools y'all down. Then you got water happening in the end, which can bring a sense of humidity because we'll be in fire and earth at the same, fire and water at the same time by the end of it. So it's like a sticky humidity thing. So y'all gonna be tired and exhausted by the end of it. I feel like earth is like, I feel like air is going to have like a lot going on. It'll feel like a lot is happening to you throughout all of this because you're being taught to have a sense of order, and a sense of order, if you are being the resistance to the order and the routine and like the moral code of things and stuff like that, like this can like be really hurtful. This whole experience with the retrograde can be pretty hurtful. something like that. But I just see y'all being exhausted by the end of this. If y'all being a resistance. Now, if y'all move in alignment, it's really y'all learning how to be more adaptable to the spaces to where like you're not being self-centered. It's not like, oh, air is here and whatever's doing, fuck it. Like air could be very detached to what's going on around them. Air doesn't feel the need to read the room because it's fucking air. You know what I'm saying? But air, y'all gotta learn how to read the room because the room is going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk in every room and just be like, oh, woo, wow, da, 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 da. Like, I'm air. Like, yeah, you could do that, but like, how well is that going out for you? Y'all might pull a 22 by the end of this joint too. I don't know. But I just see y'all feeling very exhausted by the end of this if y'all keep moving like that. We don't need to be that attached from things, especially with all the heavy energy that's happening in air right now with Pluto and Aquarius, Mars and Jupiter in Gemini. Then we have Lilith and the vertex in Libra. Like, you guys are dealing with some heavy stuff already. So, you know, thank God Mercury is not even going through any type of air situation right now, because I couldn't even imagine. But, you know, you guys do have some heavy celestial bodies there to find like balance with as far as the air goes. You know what I'm saying? And just so y'all know, all three airs complement each other when you look at, you know, the circular chart or whatever. So even if you're Gemini, you are affected by the Aquarius and Libra, you know, and so on and so forth around the wheel. Air is everywhere. Air is everywhere. But what is in the air? You know what I'm saying? Air is semi-permeable. It can be. It's not as, you know, H2O is very difficult to penetrate. You have to do, sometimes you got to heat it up. Sometimes you got to cool it down. You got to do a whole shaking, stir situation, you know. But air, just throw anything in that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people see a lot of the air energy as fickle or wishy-washy or detached or, you know, hard to catch or, you know, whatever, because of that, you know. It doesn't really take form of a cup or anything. So here you go, air. We got wisdom. We got 2 and 8. Finding balance on those 8 during this time. High highs and low lows. We need to find a balance on that. Learn how to make decisions with the 8. Make decisions and enforce them with the solar plexus chakra. You know, 2 is the number of understanding. 8 is the number of building and destroying. Understanding why certain things need to be built and destroyed. That brings you to knowledge, and your cipher bring you to knowledge. Now, as far as the astronomical thing goes, working on your Jupiter and your Pluto. So that Jupiter, did I just get that thing? Y'all got some heavy shit happening here. And what do we talk about? Jupiter and Gemini and Pluto happening in Aquarius. And I kid you not. And I also like the fact that they have like little angels around here that kind of look like air energy around this. Let me move my finger. But yeah, y'all getting this wisdom by the end of during this retrograde, you know. Y'all getting the wisdom y'all need. Align y'all Jupiter and Pluto with the transit that's happening in the area, y'all, and find balance on those realms. Also putting you in space of having more like sympathy and empathy towards energies around you too, because, you know, y'all can be detached from what's going on around you, even though you're around what's going on around you, because you don't take shape to anything. You don't keep to yourself or nothing like a solid earth or a solid, you know, water would go. You know, fire is a little bit better with keeping to itself, but then you have things like forest fires when you got the air. When the air comes to the fire, you know, it spreads that shit, blow that shit around, or it could blow it out. You know, it depends. But let's expand on the air a little bit. We have the reverse Queen of Cups. Ooh. So being mindful. You guys, don't be mean. Don't be out here being mean and nasty and, you know, kind of like a pompous type of energy, like, you know, controlling other people's emotions, manipulating things and stuff like that. You know, don't be mean. See a little bit of a manipulative, mean girl energy, mean guy energy, a little nasty. And I guess the fire could do that to y'all. The fire could do that to y'all. Maybe that's the what y'all rewinding back to as being, you know, vindictive, vengeful. But that ain't it. That ain't it. You want to be the cup on the other side, because it's just showing that your emotions aren't, you know, where they need to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel the need to behave that way. So attune yourself with a little bit of water around you. What water you got around you? Figure it out. And that's also in alignment with Pluto, because, you know, Pluto rules water. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the currency to that air energy. King of Chalices. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. You know, experiences. Your experiences are going to be in water. So you guys are going to have water experiences, dealing with a lot of water energy, dealing with your intuition and your emotions and stuff like that. You want to be mindful how you're using it, because, you know, it seems like while the experience is upright of that energy coming to you, the intuitive spiritual energy coming to you, you got to be mindful of how you're internalizing it. You know, how your experience of it is going. You being nasty about it, you being funny about it, you know, you got some experiences where people are coming to you for certain things, and maybe on the outside you've flown with it, but on the inside you're making mean jokes or being judgmental or being detached, or you really don't care, or you're utilizing it to gossip somewhere else or something like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Ooh. Now we're going to expand on it a little bit. We had the 9 of Cups. Oh, so y'all just need to get y'all emotions together. That's what we doing with y'all. Y'all need to be near some water. All your air placements, put that shit near some water. Put some feelings near that intellect and that knowledge. But here we got Yesod, which deals with the ninth sphere and the tree of life. So now we're coming down into the sacral chakra. This is Jupiter and Pisces energy. All right. So having that expansion, that abundance, that joy, that optimism, sitting in that Piscean energy, which is actually the internal side. While Jupiter rules over the sacral chakra, Pisces is the internal side of the sacral chakra. So aligning that mayat to your space of joy and stuff like that. Again, your internal compass, fix it. Fix that internal compass. Don't be out here being mean and nasty, you know, especially if people are like, I don't know how to. Especially if, like, why am I disappearing? What happened? Okay. Especially if, like, people are, like, trusting you, you know, to come to you about their emotions and stuff like that, and you just playing and, you know, being nasty about it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that person. That's not going to go well for you. And that's not really what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to feel your feelings. So let's see what kind of chakra we got going on. Oh, y'all like to play the victim card too with the fire babies? But I said that already, right? I was like, you know, if you guys are doing that or whatever, it's probably because of something that's going on in your heart chakra that's all fucked up. You need to heal or whatever. Like, you know, that doesn't really put you in a powerful position. It shows how hurt you are, to where, like, somebody being vulnerable in your space or whatever, you're not, you know, adhering to it. And I'm not just talking about my sun. Maybe your moon is there, maybe your Mercury is there, you know, maybe your Venus is there. Wherever you got air in your chart, pay attention to how that air is paying attention to emotion. And it might not be somebody else's emotions, it might be your own emotions. Like me being personal, the only air energy I have is my Mars in Gemini. My Vesta is in Gemini too, so I'm passionate about where my Mars is at, you know what I'm saying? But like, sometimes I get so caught up in wanting to do everything and know everything and be everything, I could disregard my own feelings. You know what? We ain't got time for your feelings. We gotta go do like 20 different things today. We gotta tackle this infinite to-do list. Like, you know, so you don't want to ignore your own emotions either. So be careful with that. Air is everywhere. Air has to learn how to be some kind of focus though. Meetings unfavored. Ooh. And then we got a 6-2. So 6 being that number of equality and 2 being that balance scheme that's bringing you to the 8 transformation. So again, and these could all be personifications on how you're treating your internal water. because you want to be everywhere air. You want to be disconnected, detached air. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in all the rooms at the same time and not in the rooms at the same time, if that makes sense. So meetings unfavored. You might get a little confrontation about your behavior, how you're going about doing things, or, you know, that's putting you in a space of building and destroying. So I went over all of the elements. So now you guys all have your readings for the Mercury retrograde and what that's going on. Also to let y'all know, we are about to go into our supermoon season. So that's fun. You know, the next 4 full moons are going to be supermoons. The planetary forecast, cross your fingers, it'll be tomorrow evening or Friday. It depends how it goes. But the new moon will be on 8/4. So the same day that Mercury goes into retrograde on 8/4, we will have our new moon. So Mercury retrograde at 6:36 a.m. The new moon occurs at 7:14 a.m. And this is when the moon is between the sun and the earth. You know, the sun is in what, Leo, the moon is in Leo. They'll both be in like the constellations near each other, top of each other-ish. And then Earth is in Capricorn Aquarius energy, so it's on the other side. The Earth is next to Pluto, so while Pluto is creating transformations in Capricorn Aquarius, it's creating transformations near us. We're close to Pluto right now, so we're feeling a lot of that Pluto energy. You'll feel it stronger and stronger, you know, as time goes on. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, I won't say stronger and stronger. I feel like we passed Pluto a little bit, but we are really like there. Like around the time like people were getting shot in the ear and stuff like that. Yeah, we was on top of Pluto. It was a little crazy there, right? A little crazy. But we passing through it because Pluto is at a 0 degree. But don't worry, we'll be around each other again because, you know, Pluto retrograde season will stop, and, you know, Earth will be prograde again, and we'll see you again next Cancer season while the sun is in Cancer and we're in Capricorn and stuff like that. Yes, out with the old and in with the new. Pluto do not play. Watch the currencies. You know, Pluto rules over the storms as well. So a lot of storms, a lot of things happening on Earth in the form of currencies and stuff like that is a big thing as well. Whether it's the money, you know, Oya rules over the marketplace, the elders and the witches, good and bad witches. So some of these evil witches up here, you know, you see a lot of building and destroying happening there too. Occultism, revealing secrets, all that stuff. Solar plexus chakra energy. So the enforcement, everybody's enforcing their mayat right now. You know, it's just a matter of, you know, who's your authority. And I talked about that heavy last week in the mathematics because a lot of the numbers were adding up to ask you guys, like, who is your authority? Because it matters, because that's what you're enforcing. And you see a lot of people really feeling empowered with this fire Mercury energy and all this fire energy in their experiences. Now it's in their emotions, and it's in their throat chakra, and it's in their heart chakra. So you see all this fire energy going on, and people are really enforcing who their authority is. Oh, it's Republican, it's Democrat, it's no party, it's getting your nationality in order. I'm just not subscribing to it at all. Fuck all of it. Like, you know, but everybody's saying it with such strong conviction, and that's because a lot of that fire energy. And it's just like when you have awareness of the energy, you know how to play with it and when not to, like, you know, engage and super play with it, like, because you have a sense of empathy and sympathy that goes with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know why y'all feel so strongly. I know why all this fire energy is happening. Like, let me take a couple steps back and chill. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle. We are not here to participate in the high highs and low lows. We are here for the peace. Because you got to understand, like, yeah, you're the personification or whatever. We in the physical bodies, we in the physical, but you have a duty to the auric body as well. What energy are you bringing into the clouds? What energy are you bringing into the cosmos? What energy are you contributing to the overall aura of us as a community of souls, as a planet, extraterrestrial land and stuff like that? So, like, if you're adding to the fire and you're saying, no, but I'm adding to the fire from a spiritual realm, the fire is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? No. Neutralize. You're here to neutralize. You know, be the peace. You know what I'm saying? So being mindful of that. So Earth is near Pluto. Earth is also near Psyche. So that mindset is there. Anubis, Horus, Chariklo giving grace. Shouts to Midheaven or Nah for that Chariklo, John. And Pele is also here. And they're all in the 9th house of expansion. So all that fire... I'm sorry, this is Capricorn Aquarius. So that root chakra energy on who's your authority and the social awareness and the revolutionary energy, it's all getting that expansion energy. It's all being expanded. It's all moving in abundance. It's all in that space of like optimism, but it's like, where does that optimism lie for you? You know, how are we building and destroying that? Fire is passion. It's just like, how are you utilizing it, and what rooms are you utilizing it for? And is it necessary sometimes? Sometimes it's not. You got to know when it's not. When it's not contributing to the energy. That helps with like de-escalation of like different like issues that we see with these people with the cameras or whatever, these policy enforcers, when they go into certain rooms and it's obvious that there's already fire in the room, and they just add to the fire with their fire, or they utilize their air to add to the fire, and they make the fire in the room even bigger. And so now we have Ogun in the room. And what does Ogun rule over? It rules over iron and the weapons that are used in iron, new beginnings, death and rebirth. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you can view the fire. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to use fire as far as Sagittarius and the sacral chakra, and you want to sing, you know, Rick James, fire, desire, whatever, even in that space, fire and desire, that's fire and water. Desire is water. What do you deserve? Water, desire can also be earth, the heart chakra, Venusian energy. What do you want to attract in your vortex? It still has that balance. It's not just fire. You know what I'm saying? So y'all learn how to alchemize the elements. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got fire on fire, it just make fire. So it's like it goes beyond the candle or the fireplace, and now the whole building is fucked up. And now we in Aries. Now we in new beginnings. Now we had to, in order to get the new beginnings, you had to get death. You know, we ain't even want all that. Yes, got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to go all in. Yeah, know when to walk away, know when to fucking run. Not the desires of the flesh. The flesh is just personifications of the energy. So if the personification is doing X, Y, Z, that means that the energy wants to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everything starts with a thought. You think it before you do it. That's why when men do certain things, when men engage in their sacral chakra fire, women don't be buying that shit. Oh, it was an accident. My penis fell out and it fell inside of her. Like, no, everything starts with a thought. You thought about it first. You imagined it. You fantasized about it. You ignited your fire, buddy. We know the shit. We know the shit. It's thought that goes into that first. It doesn't just happen. There's a time and place for desire, right? Thoughts travel. Absolutely. They absolutely travel. They travel a lot faster than the body. So slow down the thought sometimes, or realize that we know that everything starts with the thought, and then the body follows. Women think more, so change the narrative, because men have a feminine side too. I got an answer for everything. You ready? I'm a Virgo stellar, Mars is in my spot right now. Like, nah, let me stop messing with y'all. But that's what I got for y'all. For those of you guys that are just tuned in, you know what I'm saying? Peace to the tribe. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We did a reading for all 4 elements and experience with this Mercury going retrograde from 848 to 898. You know what I'm saying? We're going back 13 degrees, which is a karmic debt number of learning how to express your knowledge. And Mercury will be in alignment with a lot of emotional asteroids. Not only will Mercury be in alignment with Venus for a little bit, which is our heart chakra and what we attract in our vortex and stuff like that, as well as the sun. You know what I'm saying? Be in alignment with the sun in our experiences. which of course, Mercury would be in alignment with our experiences, right? Mercury is also in alignment with Juno, what we need in a relationship to stay in it. Eros, our passion and physical desire. A Kelsti, which is loyalty levels and the triggers of those loyalty levels. And Eros, which is the love that you receive. Cleopatra, which is dealing with your seductive self, your charisma, and your charm. Hecate, which is your cult-oriented magic. Lust, which is your turn ons and your turn offs. Orcus is the realization of your purpose, and Nemesis is where you may find your enemies. These are the asteroids that Mercury will be around during this retrograde on the tropical. So you see like your thoughts aligning with these different spaces. Mercury will also be in alignment with these different spaces on the Vedic chart as well. So that's what I got for y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. Oh, and just to remind y'all, Mercury will be in Leo in the Draconic. So your soul is going to be on fire this entire time. Your soul will be in that temperate this entire time, feeling that that need to be confident and courageous in what you want to attract in your heart space. All right. So I love y'all. I will see y'all within 24 to 48 hours for the planetary forecast, where we talk about what's happening from new moon to new moon. New moon starting on the 4th. You know what I'm saying? So we got some really dope celestial happenings. And I can't wait to talk about what's happening. Love y'all.